Okay, hi everybody, it's me, Sabrina. The whole reason you guys are here tonight, besides, rocking out and stuff like that, but, um, I guess January 9th, I woke up, and I was getting ready for school, and I was just having, like, a lot of jerks in my arms, and I couldn't really hold on to anything, and I couldn't control my body or, like, my face or anything. Um, so I lay down on the ground so I could just like be calm, and I called my parents in, and we had to go to the hospital because I had 9 seizures. Not 9 to like 11 seizures in um, 1 hour, and they didn't really know what was wrong yet. And so I had a follow-up appointment on January 16th, and that's when I was diagnosed with juvenile myoclonic epilepsy, and basically that's just upper body jerks and face tremors. And sometimes when I have these face tremors, I can't really tell, like I can't feel it, but most of the time I can, and it's kind of embarrassing because when I'm talking to people, they like give me a weird look, and it makes me feel like upset because I don't like looking like, I don't know, like I have a problem, I guess. But then I try to tell them what it is, and lots of people are really understanding about it, and they really care about it. Um, and then February 14th, my dad found me in my room. I was doing my homework for school. He was sitting on the couch, and I was in my room, and I was doing a history project, and I just remember like having a lot of facial tremors, and then kind of just going blank. And the next thing I knew, my dad was like holding on to me, and I had a grand mal seizure, and I was completely unconscious, and he found me in between my bed and my dresser, and so he was holding me down. It was really, it lasted 20 to 30 minutes, so it was really scary waking up and not knowing. I didn't really know where I was, and I bit my tongue really bad, um, and so I was hospitalized for 2 days, and my doctor came in, and she told me that, I forgot what she told me. Oh, she wanted to schedule an MRI, but at the time we didn't have insurance because they kept denying us and denying us and denying us because my dad made $27 too much to where they wouldn't accept it, where it was too much to make, which is a little ridiculous. Um, so I guess we didn't do the MRI, so we had to wait. We were just like switching medications, and it was really hard on me because I had a lot of different like side effects to it. This one medication I was on caused me to go through like a really depressed time, and I was sad a lot, and it was giving me really depressing thoughts and suicidal thoughts, and my doctor had to take me off of it so I wouldn't have these thoughts anymore. And so just like being back and forth through pills, it was really hard on me. And then in March I went out for a wedding, or May I went out for a wedding, and it was my cousin's, and I was a bridesmaid, so she flew me out there, and I was only there for about a day and a half, and on the way home from eating lunch with her, I got a call from my mom, and it wasn't very good news, and instantly it stressed me out. So I kind of went into a panic mode, and I was having lots of face tremors, like it was my whole body was coming forward, and I would just blank out for a few seconds. And I had two of those, and then I got in the car, and the last thing I remember was reading my Facebook statuses to my cousin, and then next thing I know, I was on the side of the freeway, and my cousin Paul was holding me down, and since I didn't know where I was, I punched him because I didn't know he wasn't. It was just this big guy standing over me. I mean, I didn't know, so it was kind of freaky. He was just like, Sabrina, it's me, Paul, like it's me, and I was completely out of it. And I bit my tongue, and I have permanent like dents in my tongue from how hard I bit it down. And they took me in the ambulance, and I had a really big bruise on my head, and it stayed there for a couple of months, and it just recently went away. So that put stress on me, thinking that I was going to have brain damage. And we were waiting on the MRI and all the testing and everything. So I went to the hospital, and they just told me to talk to my doctor, and they upped my medication again, which made me really dizzy and gave me lots of headaches. So when I went back, luckily, I mean, I was still in the wedding. Just throw that in there. I was still the bridesmaid, and I was still in there and everything. But I went back, and school had gotten out, and my dad, we lost someone in the family. Well, not really in the family, but a family friend, and who had a seizure and died. So that kind of scared my family, and my doctor said just to keep me safe and to keep me close to them as possible, and that got in the way of me going to camp. I was supposed to go to camp for a week up in Prescott, and youth camp with my church, and they canceled it. My dad took me out of it because he didn't want me going far away.
You're diagnosed with epilepsy.
Because, yeah, and I was, it just kind of ruined a lot of my summer plans. Like, I was supposed to go to California, and I couldn't even go up to Prescott for a week because my mom are really worried about me having a seizure and I'm not being there. Just kind of like what happened in California. So I'm kind of stuck here in 112-degree weather inside the house all summer long. Like, I can't do anything. I can't. The biggest thing that affected me out of this was 2 or 3 weeks before I got diagnosed, I was supposed to get my permit, and now I can't drive. I can't get my permit until next May. So when I'm free of seizures. So if I have another seizure, it means I have to wait to get my permit. Which also means I have to wait until I'm pretty much out of high school to drive to school. So it's really hard because I've just like kind of dreamed about driving my little brother like back and forth, and I won't be here, so it's really hard. And then I got an EEG done. It was a take-home EEG, and it was like this big old box, and I had a camera on it, and the doctors were able to watch me all night, and it was really hard for me because when they were setting it up, I had all these wires like all over my head, like from the front of my head to the back of my head to underneath my ears, and I wouldn't look at myself because I felt like embarrassed of myself. Just like looking at it just made me feel like, wow, this is my life, and it's hard for me to deal with already. So I took it home, and they told me in 20 hours I had 6 seizures, and that means like in my head I have seizures all the time, and I just don't know, or the face tremors that I have, those are considered seizures. So they changed my medication again, and I would be getting headaches in the front of my head, and so they put me on this medication, and it's a really, really big pill. It's about half the size of my pinky, so right there, it's pretty big. And they upped my medication again, and now I have an MRI scheduled, but they canceled it. So, because insurance, again, they keep cutting things down, and it's not working out for me. So, but
so your Sweet 16, you don't get a driver's license.
For my Sweet 16, I don't get a driver's license. That was really hard because my birthday's coming up in a couple months, and I don't get my license, just like everybody gets for their Sweet 16 birthday. So, on the flip side, I've had lots of support, like you guys are doing for me tonight, and I really, really appreciate it. And a lot of my friends and my family have been there for me. My cousin Elisa is extremely, extremely, extremely supportive, and she's always taking care of me and making sure that I'm okay. Supporting me whenever I'm going through something, or when I have when I'm feeling like really sick, or when I feel like I'm gonna have a seizure, she sleeps in my room to make sure everything's okay. That's something that not every cousin does, but she does, and she's sometimes she doesn't go to her friend's house to make sure that I'm okay. But here she is right now.
am I supposed to do?
Just say what she is.
Come on.
What are you doing? Get that off of me.
I want all these.
Get that off of me. Come on. Sit with me.
Will I lay down?
Yeah. Okay. So, Elisa, you guys want to know what's going on? What you do, what you've seen happen with you and stuff like that.
Well, the first time that I heard her have a seizure, she was like screaming and stuff, but I didn't get up because I was sleeping. But I thought she was like playing around with her dad or something, and then that day after school when I called Christina because I thought I was locked out of the house, but she told me that she had a seizure, and I called my mom, and I was like crying and all that junk. And then the second time she had a seizure, like I heard a big bang, and I came in here and Tom was like over there, like holding her, and like yeah, holding her, and her eyes were like in the back of her head or rolled back, and she was like making like moaning noises, I guess, and like kind of gargling. And when it was done, like Tom got her on her bed, and Brandon and I had to stay by her side because she kept trying to get out of bed. We didn't know why. And then one time, and for like 2 minutes, she's like, she was crying, but for 2 minutes she just like stopped and stared at Brandon. And I said her name, and she like looked at me and she started crying again. It was really weird. And yeah, it was really scary. And my hair in my mouth. Anyway, what else do I say? Well, when she was first diagnosed, I was like, why couldn't it just be me instead of her? And yeah, but
Happy it wasn't her.
yeah, but I wish it was me because I don't want her to go through all this crap. And
I disagree.
Yeah, but like,
because it doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. I could break out in Kelly Clarkson.
I don't know.
I don't know that you're wrong.
I don't know. I don't know what to say though.
But I can tell. I want her. She's good. Okay.
There's stuff I wanted to say. I don't remember.
So much things that you can cut this out.
Tell me what a long, crazy trip it's been.
Crazy.
Think about asking that to do last year and how, you know, so much stress that comes up on you about themselves and breathing out. Isn't that cool?
Oh, I was angry when I got health insurance and they didn't. I was so mad. I was like about to punch a wall.
Oh.
And like Christina was all upset and she's crying and everything, and I just got even angrier because I don't like seeing her mad or sad or anything because it makes me mad. It doesn't make me sad. I'm not sentimental.
That sounds terrible.
And it's bring a lot of stress to this family, and it's not good for Sabrina, obviously. And I get pretty freaked out when she has face tremors, because, yeah, it makes me nervous. Oh, when one day, the only night I've ever slept on a trampoline, it was really cold. And we were under a lot of blankets, and I woke up at like 3 or 4 because I had pee, and
That's my brother butter.
and Sabrina was like shaking a lot. I thought she was just cold, but like she was, I guess she's like having little tremor things or
Myoclonic seizures.
Myoclonic seizures in her sleep. So I went to Christina and I slept in her room on the floor. And yeah, like most of the time when she's having like those days where she's really tired or like she has headaches and she's having a lot of face tremors, I usually sleep in here. And she
I love her.
usually is fine. But I have to make sure that she's okay, or else I'll like, yeah, I'll kill your fish. But yeah. Oh,
Wrap up with this because we don't talk about insurance.
Brothers for life.
basically, brothers for life. Basically, my name is Elisa, by the way, and my dad is Don Morinville. And make sure he does not go in the mosh pits. If he goes in the mosh pits,
Beat him up.
I'll break his guitar.
Oh.
I'll probably get beat, but you know.
Okay.
But anyway, what was I supposed to say?
Just wrap up.
Basically, living with epilepsy and no insurance has been hard on everybody. So,
Because I think when it stresses one person out, it stresses everybody out. Because it's like, oh, they're going through this. And it's like, family is like always there for each other. And having support from her has really helped me. And she keeps me calm.
When your parents,
Not really.
parents
We have a lot of fun when we're home alone. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just like, she's like my best friend, pretty much. That's my other friend. But she's like my best friend because, like, I don't know anybody else who could be there for me to make sure that I'm okay. And that's what she's there for. And I love her.
and just wrap up, basically, we appreciate all the love and support from everybody.
Hey. But
You don't understand how your parents who have been working hard all their lives can't get health insurance. How in the state of Arizona, a minor with a chronic illness can not get health insurance. Did you hear me?
What doesn't kill you makes stronger.
Okay, did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did.
What am I saying?
Well, I need. Do you just want to go ahead?
no, I want to be here.
Okay. Elisa's taking a breather. Not really.
Look at my
She's right
shirt.
next to me.
This is my shirt. It's cool. It says Los Muertos. Okay.
We don't know what that means.
It means the dead.
Oh, okay, I don't know what that means.
Or dead, I mean.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I just want to say thank you for all the love and support. You guys don't even know me, and you guys are doing this for me, which makes you awesome. 2 thumbs up, but you can't see the 2 thumbs. There they are, 2 thumbs. Thank you, and rock hard tonight. And because if you work hard, you play hard.
Work hard,
Play hard. Work hard. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you, and I love you guys for everything that you're doing. And yeah, I guess my parents, I'm just kidding. My parents are really supportive. Like crying whenever I cry and stuff. They're like cuddle with me. I know that sounds really lame, but that's what parents are there for, to make sure that you're okay. And my mom, who's the director of this film, she, whenever I'm really really upset, she kind of gives me like Bible verses and stuff to look at, and kind of makes me look at the brighter side of things, so it doesn't keep me so down. And my dad, he really listens to me. Like, I mean, he doesn't really say things that much, because he's kind of a hard guy, but he's soft on the inside. And I don't know, he listens, and I know he takes it, and he takes it and learns and he digests it basically. And I really appreciate it, because without my family, I don't know where I'd be right now. And my best friend in the whole world, Monica Roscoe, I know she can't do this because she lives here with me, but she is really, really supportive, and she's like really the only friend I actually had who cared. All my other friends just kind of blew it off, but they're obviously not friends. She's a friend. But she's my dance buddy, and dance has really helped me also get through this, because it's like a way of expressing myself.
Making up yourself running.
And but besides that, I can't play softball anymore, because it's a contact sport, and I can't play powder puff football next year because it's also a contact sport. So things that I've really, really wanted to do are just kind of pushed to the side because of this epilepsy.
I'll play powder puff football for you.
You need to be a sophomore. I mean a junior or senior. Okay. So thank you for everything. Again, I keep going. I'm like sidetracked. I don't know,
That's
like a dog. Squirrel! That's what I'm like right now.
Just say you would really like to bring attention to the
And I'd really like to bring attention to the lack of health insurance in the state of Arizona, because it sucks. It's retarded, because there's people out there who are worse than me who could really use this health insurance, like people who have, like cancer and worse conditions than me, and I would really like for them to get help too. Not even just me, like I want to help other people too. It's lame.
And be like a scientist or something.
An activist, not a scientist.
Like that 16-year-old girl that found a cure to cancer or something.
Be sure to thank your uncle.
Kind of.
And thank you, Uncle DJ, and my Aunt Lynn.
Sorry,
I just said aunt.
that's what's up.
That's what's up. You guys are awesome for putting this on. That was nasty. I really, really love you guys, and thank you, Aunt Lynn, for always researching things and telling me that there's a place where I can get a service doggy, because that's what I want for my birthday. And thank you, Uncle DJ, for giving me things to talk about on here. And look at my mom wants to say something.
No, I don't.
Oh, she doesn't want to say anything.
She's not allowed to. She'll
No.
cry.
No,
Yeah.
my brother told me I was not allowed to speak on this video or be in the video because I'm too weepy, but
She is.
I get my strength from the Lord, so peace out.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Love you. And